when you got a bad day, who you could talk to? Be honest. You can talk to your animal. Say, it's gonna be okay, I'm gonna get this right. You know, he always be under you. You never know.
You know, you work through some of the issues, you do a little proper training, give them the exercise that they need, and you have a friend for life. You know?
I got a pit bull at home. You know, you enter my house, jump on, you want to play. All the kids on the block play with my dog.
Companion for life. Even when they die, you have a memory.
The act of rescuing, to me, is taking an animal out of a situation that, you know, isn't fulfilling its life, whether it be, you know, the adequate shelter, food and water, or just the love and compassion that an animal deserves, and putting it in a better situation that you know, an animal deserves to be loved, to be comforted, and to be well provided for. Within the state of New Jersey, we have 3 facilities that manage animal control for 71 municipalities. We pick up every stray animal within those towns, also offer the service of any owner surrender to come into the shelter. We take pride on what we do in a humane manner and try to rehome every animal that comes into our care. And while they're in the facility, we try to provide them with you know, their physical and mental needs, and make sure that their lives are enriched and they get ready for a home.
Dealing with animals, I've seen so many animals come in and hurt, torture, birds too. Beat up, tape around their mouth before they won't bark. Unbelievable. People do bad things, you won't believe it.
People think all pit bulls is mean, you know what I mean? But it's not the dogs, it's the owners, you know, it's the people that raise them that way.
I've seen stories where the animal is aggressive. The only reason why the animal is aggressive is because people teach their animals to be aggressive. But I remember when we used to volunteer there, and we would just walk through the kennel, and we would see so many stories of like the dogs and like what they've been through.
The dog, they make them aggressive. They abuse them, they turn them to fight and all this. Why the dogs got to come here? Bring the people in here. Lock them in the cage for a couple days. Let them see how it feels.
The difference between rescuing and purchasing a pet, well, one that stands out is the cost. You know, you're paying thousands of dollars to these puppy stores, pet stores, where for us it's usually just a donation.
Because buying a dog, you're just buying a dog. It's just you buy it and then it comes into your home, and there's no story behind it. But when you adopt a dog, you're actually possibly saving a life.
And they're just trying to sell you a product, where here, you know, we know the animal's coming from a bad situation, and we want nothing more but to put the animal into a good home.
It's something that for the rest of your life, when you're with that dog, you actually see changes in the dog, and you see how much it loves you. It's actually good to talk about too, to the other people that see your dog. They ask you where you got him from. You tell them, "Oh, I adopted him. He was in such a bad situation," and that helps them to actually adopt a dog as well. So it's like a chain reaction.
In this state, there is an overwhelming amount of unwanted animals, homeless, stray, surrenders. We have capacity for 480 animals at this one facility, and you know, a couple times a year we will exceed that, and then unfortunately we do have to euthanize, and it's at no fault of the animal.
They get so much animals there, and they have to euthanize them. So when you adopt a dog, you're saving a dog from being killed.
When we do euthanasia, we try to break it down in the most positive way by first looking at animals that are aggressive, animals that are extremely ill, animals that are extremely old, And but you know, I'm not gonna lie or sugarcoat it. Once in a while, unfortunately, adoptable animals do get euthanized when there is no space. So. One of the huge reasons to spay neuter your pets is population control. You know, if they can't breed, they can't have offspring, which unfortunately, even when people think they're doing the right thing by having puppies and, oh, I'm going to give it to a friend, I'm going to give it to a relative, most of the times, half of that litter will end up in a facility. Besides, you know, the obvious of overpopulation, there's a lot of health things that go into it. You're less susceptible to cancer, pyometrius for female, testicular swelling for the males, and you also see a lot of behavioral issues corrected that are associated with it being intact. For males, they hump less, the dominance levels down, the lifting your leg to mark stops. You know, there's all kinds of benefits to spaying and neutering your pets. Our mobile unit program, what that enables us to do is we see a lot of people nowadays, because of the economy and just the way, unfortunately, the times are, that can't afford basic vet care for their animal. We've seen a lot more animals being surrendered in the past few years, for that being one of the major reasons.
Yeah, that's when the strays, they caught them and we spayed them and they let them go back out.
Yeah.
But we definitely get them in. 1, 2, 3, a lot.
You know, it helps us, it helps them, and we hope one day that by having that program, it'll cut down on the numbers that we see coming into shelters. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but you know, we hope one day. You know? About, I'd say, 74 to 82% of the animals that come into this facility make it out of here. So whether it's through another home, you know, that we adopt out to, or a rescue group, or foster homes, or transferred to other facilities, you know, there's more ways to do it than just adopting nowadays. Adopters, you know, you're getting a pet that will love you for life. I mean, they know when you're saving them from a situation. They know that, you know, they were in a life before that wasn't meeting their needs, and then they were in a scary shelter where it's noisy 24/7 because of the way it is out there and the amount of unwanted pets within our state. You know, for the animal, for the society itself, you're helping us to continue to do what we do. You're freeing up space for us to help more animals. You know, for you though, you're gonna have a lifelong companion.
People don't realize till you really get an animal, then you'll know what an animal to you. Companion, friend.
Right now I have 7, and every one of them comes from this facility. You know, you can't work in a situation like this and go home and not take your work home with you.
I know how much animals have feelings, and they actually love. Like, you can actually see how much a dog loves you, or your cat, or whatever pet you have, or whatever animal that's in your life.